let's move to our next segment. Talk a bit more about your current stuff. Um, I know you host NBA Hype, and the experience must be pretty great. I mean, you obviously love sports, so it's you have experience in hosting,
Yeah.
so
Perfect
I'd say
job.
it's a
Sounds like the
perfect
perfect
job.
job.
I
Yeah, yeah,
mean,
yeah.
for you at least, right? Like,
Great job. Okay. Great
like
job.
Like
you know,
something you can enjoy as well, you
yeah,
know.
you get to do
Yeah.
what you love. You get to talk about something that you love, and even the people that you work with. Boom is someone that I look up to a lot, not just in sports, but also in radio. I'm also a junior jock at Magic 89.9.
I see. So do you still work at it now?
Right now we're on a break ever since March, actually. Mostly people at Magic right now are just like the Mo Twisters, the Sam YGs. Basically, the people who can rake in money are the ones
Rick and money.
are the ones
Shit.
who are going
Sorry,
on the
you'll
shows.
get there soon, bro. You'll get there soon, bro.
Yeah, and Boom also, because Boom's such a like beast with especially with music stuff, and I think Tyler also.
Yeah, the Tyler's part. Yeah.
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 I
Yeah.
actually saw his episodes with
Yeah, yeah.
with Aaron Black. It was so
Oh,
funny. Talking about
Yeah.
yeah.
that.
Yeah, that was a
Yeah.
great episode. I think that was one of
Yeah.
the funnest episodes we've ever
Yeah,
had.
definitely, definitely.
So, yeah, I guess with all that being said, what's your favorite part about the whole experience in NBA hype?
I guess it's really just being able to talk about basketball, being able to talk about the NBA because yes, there's PBA. I used to be a courtside for the PBA, and then I shifted to the NBA, which was super exciting for me. Like I did not expect it to happen ever, because we as a reporter, all you really want to do is report about just the local scene here, right? But when I was given the opportunity to um, be one of the hosts for NBA Hype under NBA TV Philippines, it was just such a big opportunity that I just couldn't let it pass. The best thing about it really is just talking about basketball. You know, I've been doing it since 2016 and I've never gotten tired of it. And like working with all of these great people, whether they're also just like me in the media or actual athletes who play the game, it's such a great experience. It really molds you as a host because you really you meet all of these great people that love the sport just as much as you do, and creating all of this creating all of these like content for the people, just because they also do love it. It's just such a great opportunity. And yeah, it's been so great so far. We're already on our second season. We're still
Wow.
adjusting. We're still fixing our team, but so far so good.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, especially you said that you're with all these people who share the same love for the game. Like the energy must be so good there.
It,
Uh,
it,
sort of effortless. I mean, for sure you guys need to memorize like what questions or whatever, but like I'm sure like in some sense it's effortless.
it is, and it's funny because we always have debates and arguments about
Mm,
players, and
yeah.
that's the most
Mm.
exciting thing about it because like for example, Tyler, he's such a big LeBron fan. So like anything LeBron, he's just gonna be like, nah,
Automatic.
yeah, automatic LeBron. Best player, LeBron. Best player of the week, LeBron. Like that. But it's fun, because
Yeah.
we all have like, our own favorite teams. We have our own favorite
Mm.
players. But at the end of the day, when it comes to like who's playing really well, we all have like a consensus. But okay, this is it. This is like that, like that. So it's just great, and we also have hosts like Andre Paras, who's also a host for the show. We also have the Nieto brothers, Isaac, Charles Tew. So we're just like a whole team of players, and just from the media, and yeah, it's great, you guys.
Wow.
It's really great.
Okay. I'll backtrack a bit. Uh, who is your favorite player and team? Just curious.
Okay. Well, I'm a Lakers fan ever since. And
Hey.
Well, Tyler, where are you at though? Woohoo.
okay, I'm a Lakers fan, but I'm not exactly a LeBron fan. Okay, let's just put it out there already before anything. I'm really a Kobe fan ever since. I've been such a Kobe fan ever since. So even if I mean, rest in peace. He's not around anymore, but he's always gonna be like the greatest. Well, of course, Michael Jordan also. Like you can't leave him out there also. But yeah, but really, I love Kobe. You guys, I really love Kobe.
I bet. Like, oh my god, I bet.
But right now, like if you ask me, right now in the season, which team I'm actually like really looking forward to, the Nets, definitely. The Nets. And also Utah, because they're really playing so well now. But
yeah, I know.
Grabe. Killing.
Yeah.
So
wait, who are your favorite teams? So Lakers, Team Myko. How about you, Justin?
yeah, I'm also Lake Show.
Lake Show. Oh, so we're all Lake Show here. Let's go.
How about a player? Do you like LeBron?
Ooh, I'm a LeBron fan. I'm a Bron sexual ever since. So
there are people who basically go to wherever LeBron is. Are you that kind of?
Yes.
Yeah. or it's basically like just following like LeBron's career. Like I feel like a lot of people are looking at that, like all this GOAT talk and everything. Like, but some people just really appreciate like just what LeBron's doing on his own.
I appreciate him as like in his craft. He's such a good player.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
He's such a dominant player, but you really can't compare. Like you can't compare Jordan to Kobe to like LeBron because they're just completely like separate.
Apples and
people.
oranges.
Yeah, basically, But I guess, like when you would talk about it, like Jordan was good in his time, Kobe was good in his time, and now it's LeBron's time.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So let me just pick your brain just a little bit because like from our episode already, you've already shown your experience in basketball, juniors games, college games, UAP, MPBL. I think have you had time with PBA as well? You did, right? With PBA. Yeah, PBA, and then now you're doing NBA. So like you have local, you basically have the whole scene. So like for you, why do you think Filipinos, like specifically Filipinos, like why is basketball like such a big thing for us? Like where does this hype, like this special hype come from for us?
I think it's really just like the availability of actually watching it on air. Because, I think that's the sad part about like other sports. Not everything is on air, but basketball will always be there. And you see all these players, especially in the PBA, who have come from like the most difficult times and then they become basketball players and they always give back to where they came from. And so I think that's really something that gets people so excited about the sport, especially Pinoys. And it's also the NBA because it's funny because in my show we have like these segments where we talk about like average people who collect things, who have like all of these like murals of their favorite NBA players and all that. And it's always like Kobe, LeBron, and stuff like that. But it's really just because I think basketball is the most accessible and the most I don't know. I think it just comes natural to us Pinoys that basketball is like the number one sport. Even if we aren't exactly like at the tier of like international,
right.
levels or whatever. I think it's really just how, like what I said earlier, it's the kind of sport that brings everybody together, whether they're rivals, whether they're
Yeah.
rooting for a team or a
Yeah.
player in
Definitely.
specific. It's just that they get to watch it every day. It never All the games never run out. Like, it's just always there. It's always available to the people. And so yeah, and with the PBA,
Yeah.
like Hinebra fans will never run out. Hinebra fans will never
Yeah.
run out. It's always gonna be there. And so yeah, I mean, it's really just the kind of sport that brings everybody together. And whether the sport exactly as it is, like with the terms and everything, even if you don't, like, they'll still watch it. Like, you
Yeah.
see, like in the UAP, not everybody like actually knows,
No,
like
exactly. I totally agree. Oh my
all
goodness.
that. But
Yeah.
but
Facts.
then it
Yeah.
still
Yeah.
brings everybody together, whether like the seniors or like the really little kids,
Uh-huh.
like,
Uh-huh.
on
Yeah.
the sidelines or what. It's really just because everybody gets to play it. There's just so much available space here that you're able to like
Yeah.
just for it. So you're there.
Yeah.
That
I
that
hope
makes a
I'm saying
lot
that.
of sense. Because, well, okay, like I mean, to be blunt, we're not the tallest
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. The tallest.
nationality. I don't know what you.
Yeah.
We're not the
Yeah. Yeah.
tallest,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
like Filipinos have loved basketball for so long, even though like given our like I would say what our height, our genetics, our landscape and
Basically
stuff like
our
other sports.
athleticism,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
Yeah, like other sports would make sense, but
Yeah.
because of the availability, media, and all that, that makes sense that basketball has had the most impact, at least locally. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Actually, I
Yeah.
think it's really just like, Gilas, puso. It's really just that.
Yeah.
You're playing the game
Yeah.
because you love the sport, because you watch your idols play it. So you want to play the same sport that they do. So I think it's really just, even if you're not the tallest,
Right.
like what you
Right.
said. But yeah, I mean, I think it really just boils down to like the heart that you have for it, the passion.
And especially in like communities, like in villages and everything, like you're probably gonna see a basketball court somewhere, and
Right? Exactly. And
and
also leagues everywhere. You'll never run.
leagues
for
and
sure.
like and maybe even like in the poor places, like they can make a basketball court out of anything,
Anything.
anything. Like they can
They're
make it
just
out
so
of
creative.
basket,
They find
exactly.
every little, thing to make into a basketball court. Or like a
Uh-huh.
basketball, exactly. Or like a hoop. It's
Yeah,
crazy.
Yeah.
thank you for that. That makes so much sense. That's such a good.
Okay. You've had obviously a lot of experience, a lot of good, a lot of bad, a lot of exposure, media wise. So, I guess what's the coolest opportunity that you've had so far as a result of your exposure to sports? Is it a trip? Is it getting to meet someone iconic? Is it a milestone in life that you were able to achieve? Like, what's the coolest opportunity out of everything that you've experienced?
I can name a few. I
Mm-hmm.
guess, well, one, I think, just it being a milestone, coming from the collegiate scene and then leading up to like the PBA
No,
and then now the
that's
NBA. Like, that kind of opportunity doesn't just come,
Right.
like every day. So that was one thing. And I know that, it goes down to like just how much trust I had in myself, I guess. Because, growing up, I always knew what I wanted to do. But when you're actually like doing it, you get a lot of flack also. You get a lot of like people trying to push you down, pull you down. And I've experienced that firsthand. As a reporter, obviously a lot of people, they don't
yeah.
necessarily agree with, with the things that you do and stuff like that. So I think the biggest milestone that I had was just reaching this point and like,
Mhm.
showing all these leaders about it. At least I got
Yeah.
here, right?
Ano?
I mean, me all you want, but at the end of the
Yeah.
day, I'm talking about the NBA now.
Yeah.
So, but I think also another thing is working with Hall of Famers, basically, especially in the PBA. I've worked with Ali Peak. I've interviewed Junior Fajardo. I've interviewed Japeth Aguilar, Jason Castro. I've interviewed so many players that are just like, people that just dream of like actually just seeing them in real life. And I have that, that
Yeah.
opportunity to do so and to really know more about them. So that's really the most rewarding thing about being a reporter, being a TV host. You're just able to be around all of these great people that know the craft the most in the best way, and just really getting to know them on a deeper level. So yeah, I think that's really just the best part about it. And Junmar
Mm-hmm.
Fajardo, he's such like a gentle giant. Okay, like he's so
Yeah.
nice.
He looks like it. Fuck.
He,
Yeah.
he is, he's so nice. And
Yeah.
Japeth Aguilar, he's very soft spoken. Like you would never think that all these people are so, like shy. Even like Terrence Romeo, I've interviewed Terrence Romeo. I've interviewed even like Justin Brownlee. Those
Wow.
kind of people, they're crazy. Like
Yeah.
I would never
Yeah.
expect in a million years that I would be able to like actually talk to them. But thank God for my job, you guys.
Yeah. Man.
Great, great.
So,
Okay,
so much fun.
I'm curious. Now that you mentioned it, out of all the people you've met, interviews you've had, who has been, I guess, the biggest surprise? I'll give an example. When I used to dance in high school and college, and then of course like there's some you know people that I look up to, and when it comes to dance, and then there was this international choreographer that taught here in the Philippines. So I attended his class, and I just loved him ever since for so many years. And then when he got here, and I was so excited to just learn, he was a complete dick.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
like no water
That's
breaks, no
sad.
stretching. He was like, "Don't drink water. You gotta work." And I mean, I get the push, but like, bro, I
Yeah.
mean, and
Okay.
like
No,
he
bro.
was very like, I mean, most
He was
people I
rushed.
meet in the dance scene are very nice, down to earth, and all
Yeah.
that. So like to meet someone who was completely different from my expectations, that was a unique
Yeah.
experience. So what about you? Like, have you had
Yeah.
an experience that you thought this person was this, but in reality, he or she was something else completely, for good or for bad?
I don't know if I should say it.
Okay, you cannot name the person.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can just tell the story.
Hmm. Um. Okay, I'll mention it. So that was during like the finals, and I was covering it. I was the courtside during that time, and I had to interview him because he's one of the
Yeah.
superstars, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
He wasn't exactly the friendliest, like he was very like standoffish. He wouldn't really give me anything to work with. Like there are players like that. Like as a reporter, you really need to like set your expectations because you won't always get what you're expecting. Like they
Mm,
won't
Uh-huh.
always answer your question you know like bullet by bullet. But he was just very difficult to talk to. Like he would give me like one word answers and stuff.
Oh my God.
It was a struggle, and he wasn't really nice. Like it seemed like it was such a burden for him.
Yeah. Like he just wanted to get out of the interview as
Yeah,
fast as he could.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
gets.
But I mean that's just how it is. Like you won't. Some people don't really like interviews. Maybe I was
Yeah.
Yeah.
just very bold enough to like go up to like a superstar and ask him questions.
Uh-huh.
And I guess during that time I was still new to the PBA scene, so maybe he just wasn't really like, he didn't know me, I guess. But yeah, it was okay. I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah,
It is what
it's
it
part
is.
of it.
happens.
It's part
It
of
happens.
it. Yeah.
Like
Part of it. It's part of
it's, and I don't think it's like a personal thing. Some people are
Oh,
just,
yeah, for sure.
some people are just
Yeah.
really like that.
And
Like
I guess I just, I went to him at a wrong time, I guess. He was like in the zone already. This was like the
Yeah,
fourth,
yeah,
during when they were like shooting already before tip off. So I don't know.
yeah. I see.
I mean,
Yeah,
I'll give him another
straight,
chance
yeah.
if I ever get to like interview him again.
For sure, for
But
sure.
actually, I did interview him again, and that was during like their championship like celebration, whatever.
Right?
It was
Okay.
nice, but he was just, he was still the same, like
Yeah.
just sitting down. Like I had to really adjust to him and stuff like that. But meh, it's fine.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for watching. If you dig that video, please don't forget to click the like button and subscribe to our channel. And last but not least, don't forget to click the notification bell so you don't miss out on any video.